I beg you, wait.
What?
I don't want to die.
And I did not come to kill you, Miss Fletcher.
Will you spare me then? Save this cadaverous carcass of mine. Does your heart beat a little faster now? You fancy me then, Doctor?
No, Miss Fletcher. My dead heart will beat for only one.
Ah! Is she pretty? Is she sweet and tender?
To me, yes.
Ah! I hate her already.
I know. And this is partly why you must be destroyed.
But you just said...
That I did not come here to kill you, yes. But I realize now the threat you embody must be stopped.
Will I be remembered? Will you?
You were Doris Fletcher, the greatest actress of her generation. No one can take that from you.
Thank you. And farewell. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Farewell, Doris.
Bravo! So dramatic. I love it.
McCullum!
How strange I seem to find you whenever I'm inquiring about that Skal infestation.
I mean you no harm.
I'm not here for you. But once I put all the pieces of the puzzle together, I'm sure we'll have a little chat, you and me.
Stay away from me, McCullum. You and all your war dogs.
That I can't guarantee, Dr. Reed. But I'll let you go. For now.
I should probably leave the theater right now.
It's too quiet. I don't like it.
The West End should be safe now. But London is not. It would be wise to benefit from the Ascalon's protection while I continue my research during the Great Hunt. These people want me dead. I need to leave now. So Doris just needed to be close to her audience
Not a good
to
place for a stroll.
contagion through skin. Very disturbing.
Last warning, sir!
Welcome back, Dr. Reed.
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these difficult times.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report.
Lord Redgrave can play with the brave all he wants, but I won't put a foot outside until the Pre-Wen end their hunt.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lancebearer. Please tell us the good news. Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
But some questions remain.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you. One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire? Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
I'm not sure I'm the best candidate for such a task.
I can hear the hesitation in your voice, Dr. Reed. I admire a man of principles. But in this matter, there is more at stake than your moral comfort.
It's not a moral question, Lord Redgrave. It's the responsibility of giving immortality to a man I barely know.
Nonsense. Aloysius has been a member of the Ascalon for years. This is but the fruition of a long-held plan.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Before I go, I have a few questions.
All right, I'm listening.
Why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die, and he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
Did he choose me?
No, I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least, but it is entirely mine.
Does he know I'm coming?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed. Especially now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius.
Is there...
Our blood alters a mortal body.
You invited Lady Ashbury.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary admittance, then?
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Understand?
Goodbye.
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson. To make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
I'd like your advice on the matter.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage and only capable of creating skulls.
Please tell me more about your recent investigation.
As long as you lower your voice.
What would you have me do about...
The man is dangerous. Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly poor? Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's dying already. Let the Reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
Are you sure your information about Redgrave...
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor souls survive at all.
How can you be sure?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
Why so vindictive?
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery. I'm afraid I just can't help it.
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
What would happen if I made Dawson an Ekon like myself?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world. An immortal who already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to cheat death. I'm sure he has spent decades dreaming of how he'd spend eternity as a tyrant.
Goodbye for now, Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please, be careful.
For as long as I've been a member, I've never seen so few vampires attending the club nights.
It looks like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him. It's locked. I should find another way to get into the neighborhood. I cannot enter. I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
Stupid newborn!
I have this thirst for blood. It's locked.
You shall learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! Kneel, traitor!
Foolish Ekon. Give me your blood. Foolish Ekon. You shall learn to respect the laws of Ascalon. Your blood is now mine. Give me your blood. Your blood is now mine. Show me your power, newborn. Your blood.
Louise's father was determined to find and save her. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
Are you from Ascalon? I don't care!
Let me go, you bastard! How long are you gonna keep me locked in here? Disgusting asshole! Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife! How long are you gonna keep me locked in here? Let me go! You bastard!
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with...
Haven't I told you?
All right.
And what about the...
We both know...
Why are you...
Criminal.
I'd like to report a name, Inspector.
Then I'll write the name down and transmit this intelligence to the appropriate office. Thank you, sir.
What are you really...
I told you.
Do you work alone?
Yes.
What about the situation?
I know.
Tell me all you know.
I'm not even sure there is only one.
How could different killers...
That's my main problem.
What are you...
I currently have a few missing persons cases.
Tell me about...
She's away.
Do you have...
No.
Tell me about... Where was he... Do you know anything in...
Who doesn't know the man?
What else?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the...
Goodbye, Detective Inspector.
Goodbye.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed.
Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... your name...
I think I would remember.
That's odd. I'm
afraid... Tell me about yourself.
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about this district? Please.
Do you like...
I don't know. I was born and...
You didn't answer my questions.
And what do you...
I stopped working.
But what...
Does it...
Tell me more about...
I just... don't belong here anymore.
What can you...
I've heard...
Who are you waiting for?
I really can't answer that question.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance.
But why would you need this person's help?
Well, I thought we should...
Goodbye, Mr. Baker. Good evening, sir.
Yes, please.
That's all you...
Well, is it not important to know?
I suppose.
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my...
May I...
I don't...
You must...
From what?
May I... What can...
It's the only...
Why is that?
Because I...
What kind of question is that?
The truth. And I believe you just did it, actually.
What can you tell...
He's older than me.
Is that all?
Pericles is very...
What can you...
You should ask...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
London will survive the epidemic, but I see terrible
It's locked, all right.
trials awaiting in the future. Jonathan Reed. At last we meet.
I beg your pardon.
Of course you do. Our mutual...
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul.
The cards.
Yes, they tell...
What can you... Sir...
Oh.
Do the card...
No.
Read...
You have been...
Tell me about it.
I'm for most...
Some believe you...
The guard of...
Did they steal...
A person...
Do you want...
If you ever...
For how long? What do you mean?
Edgar.
Can you read the card?
Are you sure you want...
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 100...
Here is the money.
The glutton. A man who just eats life as a cake. A righteous ego, surprised to fall in love.
Can you read the card?
Put the money on the...
Perhaps How do you measure the amount of blood on...
I told you.
Is it...
A vampire.
I would rather... How do you measure the amount of...
I told...
Is it...
A vampire.
All right.
The walls of your prison have already been raised.
How did you learn about Mary?
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task...
She could have survived as a vampire.
Not all vampires accept their new condition.
I could have saved her.
No, Jonathan.
May I ask...
Of course.
I know that... What was the
problem?
Who found...
That's...
So you're not...
Once a...
Is there anything you...
Aloysius...
He's not the only...
True.
Goodbye, sir. And
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. Fool and the Empress, again. What are the cards trying to tell us?